In this video, we're going to discover the secret of success. The secret of success. Everyone wants to be successful. We all have goals, we all have targets, we all have dreams. Sometimes we fail, sometimes we get frustrated, and we feel that we will never succeed in life. And then our self-confidence begins to waver, and then we just absolutely want to give up. But success never comes in a straight line. The road is always filled with ups and downs, good and bad. But when we sit back and really look and study the people who have actually been successful in life, there is one thing that keeps coming up over and over again. There is one major common denominator. One word: perseverance. Let me say it again: perseverance. Why do some people who are not as talented as some make it big in their chosen field? Why do some athletes who maybe have a little less talent or natural talent than maybe someone else has, and yet they seem to win time and time again? And there are a lot of great singers out there, many great singers, some with a little less ability, and they seem to make it in the big time. And the others are still singing in the local clubs. And there are those people who are maybe not the smartest, maybe they're not the most talented, maybe they're not the most connected, and maybe not the most educated, but they seem to be super successful. My friend, I think it's one word, and that is the word perseverance. It is essential in every area of life, in business, in sports, in politics, in science, in media, education, yes, and even in religion. And so here's the million-dollar question: what is perseverance? Well, we're going to get back to the Bible because we're going to look at the biblical word for perseverance. And by the way, the Bible is loaded with that word. It comes in different words like patience and endurance, but it's the same word. And we're going to define it: perseverance. It is a Greek word translated as endurance or patience. And it literally means to abide under or to abide. And the word perseverance carries the idea of energetic resistance, steadfastness under pressure, steadfastness in doing something despite the difficulty and despite delay. Perseverance is holding a course of action, belief, or purpose without giving way. It is a very active word, and it actually means active staying power. Perseverance means to hold up under a long-term burden. I think about the great Muhammad Ali. He was asked if he really liked his training. Here's what he said: "I hated every minute of training, but I said to myself, don't quit. Suffer now and live the rest of your life as a champion." There's an old martial arts saying that goes like this: cry in the dojo, laugh in the battle. Which means you pay the price when you're training. You pay the price when you're training in the dojo and getting ready. And then when you go into the battle, when you go into the competition, it is so much easier. Cry in the dojo, laugh in the battle. Success in life is not necessarily dependent on one's talent or intelligence or power. My friend, success in life comes when you are determined never to give up. Successful people simply don't give up. They just don't throw in the towel. And perseverance means to go on no matter what is in the way, no matter what obstacles that are in front of you, you keep moving forward. The Bible is filled with stories in the Old Testament and New Testament of men and women who persevered, who endured, and who won. Let me give you a few scriptures. Hebrews 12:1 says, "Let us run the race with perseverance." James 1:3, "The testing of your faith develops perseverance." James 1:12, "Blessed is the one who perseveres under trial, because having stood the test, that person will receive the crown of life that the Lord has promised to those who love him. Galatians 6:9. Let us not grow weary of doing good, for in due season we will reap if we do not give up. Luke 21:19. By your endurance you will gain your lives. And here's 2 Timothy 2:12. If we endure, we will also reign with him. And what is the message here? Never quit, never give up, never throw in the towel. Now, I am reminded of one of Aesop's ancient fables. And if maybe you're familiar with that, it's the story of the tortoise and the hare. So let me just take a few minutes and kind of share that with you today. Once upon a time, there was a hare who was boasting how he could run faster than anyone else and was forever teasing the tortoise for his slowness. Then one day, the irate tortoise answered back, "Who do you think you are? There's no denying you're swift, and even you can be beaten." And the hare squealed with laughter. "Beaten in a race," he says. "By whom? Not you, surely. I bet there's nobody in the world that can win against me. I'm so speedy. Now why don't you try?" Annoyed by such bragging, the tortoise accepted the challenge. A course was planned, and the next day at dawn they stood at the starting line. The hare yawned sleepily as the meek tortoise trudged slowly off. And when the hare saw how painfully slow his rival was, he decided, half asleep on his feet, to have a quick nap. "Take your time," he said. "I have 40 winks, and I'll catch up with you in a minute." Well, the hare woke up with a start from a fitful sleep, and he gazed around looking for the tortoise. But the creature was only a short distance away, having barely covered a third of the course. Breathing a sigh of relief, the hare decided he might as well have breakfast too. And off he went to munch some cabbages as he had noticed in a nearby field, and the heavy meal and the hot sun made his eyelids droop. With a careless glance at the tortoise, now halfway along the course, he decided to have another snooze before flashing past the winning post. And smiling at the thought of the look on the tortoise's face when he saw the hare speed by, that hare fell asleep again, and soon he was snoring happily. The sun started to sink below the horizon, and the tortoise, who had been plodding towards the winning post since morning, was scarcely a yard from the finish. At that very point, the hare woke with a jolt. He could see the tortoise's speck in the distance, and away he dashed. He leaped and bounded at the great rate, his tongue lolling and gasping for breath. Just a little more, and he'd be first at the finish. But the hare's last leap was just too late. For the tortoise had beaten him to the winning post. Poor hare, tired and in disgrace, he slumped down beside the tortoise, who was silently smiling at him. The tortoise said, "Slowly does it every time." You see, my friend, the moral of the story is this: you don't have to be the strongest. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most educated. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to be the fastest. You just don't give up, and you will win every time. So here's the question: how do I persevere? How do I endure? How do I remain steadfast and faithful even when everything is going against you? There are two ingredients that I believe drive perseverance: purpose and passion. Now watch. Purpose is the aim or intention in life. It's the great goal toward which we live or give our life to. And the greatest tragedy in life is not death. The greatest tragedy in life is a life without a sense of destiny. It's a life without meaning, a life without purpose. Purpose is the reason for existence. Purpose is the why. And when you discover your purpose, it gives your life, it simplifies your life, it gives you focus and drive. And purpose spawns passion. It spawns passion for life. Now, here's the second ingredient, and that is the word passion. That's a strong emotion, that powerful, compelling feeling or emotion, that overwhelming enthusiasm. Purpose is, passion is strong feeling, strong desire. So here's my equation. Watch this. Purpose plus passion equals perseverance. Purpose plus passion drives perseverance. What motivates a millionaire athlete to keep playing football, basketball, or what motivates a millionaire boxer to keep on fighting is passion. Passion for the game. Hegel wrote, "We may affirm absolutely that nothing great in the world has been accomplished without passion." God does not bring us into the kingdom only to have us quit and fail and just give up. He has a plan for you and for me. He desires to see his perfect plan completed in us. God does not give up on you, so don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on God. Don't give up on your desire. Persevere with purpose and passion. Thank you so much for watching. Please, if you will, like and subscribe.